There's a moment in every person's life when the ticking of the clock suddenly becomes louder. For years, Bill Gates had been running faster than time. Meetings, projects, deadlines, foundations, flights, always something new waiting for him the next morning. But one evening, as he stood by the window of his Seattle home, he realized that for the first time, time wasn't chasing him. He was chasing it. The sky outside was fading into deep orange, and the sound of rain touched the glass. He looked down at his schedule, a page filled with back-to-back commitments. But instead of feeling proud, he felt something unusual, silence inside his mind. The silence that comes when you finally understand that no matter how much you achieve, you can't buy a single extra second. He sat down and looked at an old photo on his desk, a picture of himself from decades ago, young and driven, standing beside his early team. He smiled faintly. That young man believed he could outsmart time, that if he worked hard enough, he could live forever through his success. But now, looking at the reflection of gray hair in the window, he whispered. Time caught up. In that quiet moment, he remembered a talk he once had with an old friend who told him, "Bill, you measure your life in progress, but life measures you in moments." That sentence had never made sense to him before. But now, it hit deeply. He had achieved everything a man could dream of, yet the moments he truly remembered weren't the victories, the wealth, or the headlines. They were the small ones, laughing with his children, reading late into the night, walking in the rain with no phone in his hand. He leaned back, closed his eyes, and thought about how many days he had spent planning for tomorrow while forgetting to live today. The irony was painful. He had given the world more time through technology, but he hadn't given much of it to himself. Later that night, as the rain grew heavier, he made a quiet promise. From now on, he would treat time as a friend, not a race. He would walk slower, listen more, and give his attention to things that made him feel alive. He didn't want to escape time anymore, he wanted to live inside it. The next morning, his assistants were surprised. His schedule was empty. "Cancel everything," he said softly. "I need one day for myself." He spent that day doing nothing that could be measured. No calls, no plans, no meetings. He read a book, made breakfast, took a long walk by the lake, and watched the sunset. For the first time in years, he didn't feel behind. He felt present. That night, he wrote in his journal, "We spend our lives trying to master time, but greatness is learning to move with it." It wasn't a quote for the world, it was a note for himself. Because in that moment, Bill Gates understood that the real measure of life isn't how much we've done, but how deeply we've lived each second we were given. So if you're listening to this right now, slow down. Don't let time catch you when it's too late. Talk to someone you love. Watch a sunset. Breathe. Because in the end, time doesn't belong to the richest or the smartest, it belongs to those who actually stop to feel it.